Family Dollar may soon be up for sale again. Executives with Dollar Tree, who owns the Family Dollar banner, announced today that it's exploring that option. They say the store chain is dealing with stiff competition from retailers like Walmart, Target, and the Chinese website Temu.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Family Dollar possibly being sold off due to not making enough money, or really any money, not being profitable. Now, this comes just a few weeks after they announced they're going to close up to 1,000 locations. Underperforming, low-income areas, very rural areas. Okay, we got to close down. You heard what they said at the very beginning. The competition is stiff. We're dealing with Walmart, Target, possibly Amazon, Temu, all these sites. How are we going to survive in the ultra low cost retail market? I don't see how. And then if they're sold, the question is, who's going to buy them? They're currently owned by Dollar Tree, and Dollar Tree purchased them a while ago. And I think maybe that might have been a bad purchase. We'll talk about that part a little bit later. Dollar Tree purchased them. It might have been a bad purchase. So who is going to be their taker now? Would Walmart buy them? Why would they buy them? Why? Walmart already has real estate. They already have the market cornered. Target, same thing. An online retailer wouldn't buy them because they're not going to have brick and mortar space for the most part. Unless you're talking about returns, they could just lease out spaces in a place like Kohl's to do that. So who's going to buy these places? And a lot of times they're in smaller areas, rural, low-income areas, inner city. Who's going to be the buyer of Family Dollar? You know what I think is going to happen? Ultimately, they're going to be purchased and then shut down completely. So the 1,000 stores we're talking about earlier in the year, it's going to be all the stores pretty soon, in my humble opinion, because a place like this is going to struggle to exist. And I've heard from people on the inside that this company is not run very well. It's kind of janky at best. So I don't see how they survive for much longer. Now, this is also a sign of the times. The economy is not doing very well. The Biden administration will say that everything is fine. Inflation is not really a big deal. It's coming down and we're coming back and we're America strong. If that's the case, then I can't tell. There have been plenty of other brick and mortar retail spots that have closed permanently, that have shut down quite a few of the stores. This is just yet another example of that. Now, we got a little bit more here from, what's this, Bloomberg News. We're going to check this out right quick to see what their reaction is. And of course, I will link to everything in the box. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
And Anthony, I want to go back to 2014 when the rumors started circling that Family Dollar wasn't played by Dollar Tree. There were a lot of people that questioned whether this was a good acquisition for them, whether they were paying too much. And now, with the benefit of hindsight, do you think it was?
And no, that's not me in the past. I did not go travel in time and shave my beard off and give this commentary on television.
Oh, there's no question about that. I mean, look, hindsight's obviously 2020, but I was writing back in 2016, I believe, for the first time that they should sell Family Dollar. It just become apparent even back then that they just weren't good at running a multi-price point retailer. Now, fast forward to now, you've had a couple of changes in management. Most recently, you had Manuel Ritz, so an activist investor, gain control of the board, bring in Rick Dreiling, who turned around Dollar General, and even he couldn't fix Family Dollar. I mean,
yeah, Dollar General's doing pretty well, and they're also in a lot of the same areas, rural areas, low-income areas. I mean, back in my hometown in West Virginia, they got a Dollar General right there, and it's okay. And that's a really, really small area. You're talking about 1,000 people, 2,000 people, really, really small area, very poor area. So they're doing pretty well. I think at a certain point, when you're in this ultra low cost retail market, you got to have proper operations. And if you have kind of janky operations combined with a bad economy, you're going to have a lot of problems that are going to be insurmountable.
Quite frankly, I don't think the reincarnation of Sam Walton could fix Family Dollar. And so I applaud them. I absolutely positively applaud them for finally saying, you know what, we can't fix this. Let's sell this and move on.
The question is, Anthony, who, if anybody, do you think is going to step in to buy it?
That's a $1 million question. Who's going to buy Family Dollar? if Dollar Tree couldn't do anything with it, and I think they brought on the person who turned Dollar General around to try and help, and it's still not working, what are they going to do? What are they going to, you would think Dollar Tree would know how to operate these kind of retail locations, but if they can't do anything with it, then who's going to be the person, the company, the entity to purchase it aside from Dollar Tree?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think at the right price, there's a buy for just about anything. Now, look, to be clear, it won't be a strategic acquirer. There are no strategic acquirers that make any sense whatsoever. But I could definitely see a private equity firm buying Family Dollar. And I think that the idea would be, first off, don't pay a whole heck of a lot for it.
What this means is we're going to pay pennies on the dollar. It's going to be, it'll be purchased at a loss. Ultimately, that's what's going to happen. So if you're able to get the brand and the location of real estate at next to nothing, then it might make sense. And it'll probably be converted into something else. Now, I don't know what they're going to turn all these locations into. Is it going to be the same ultra low retail space or what? Because a lot of those stores are closing. Rite Aid, CVS, Walgreens, a lot of them, I think Rite Aid's out of business. And a lot of the other spots like that are not doing very well.
Close a bunch of underperforming stores, just kind of cherry pick the best stores, and maybe bring in the next Rick Dreiling, try to catch lightning in a bottle. One thing that I think that will be on private equity firms' mind is the fact that, when KKR and Goldman Sachs did an LBO of Dollar General back in, I believe it was 2008, and brought in Rick Dreiling, it was a home run investment for them. So I think that they believe that they could do that again.
I don't understand why they couldn't do more with Family Dollar. Why couldn't they integrate the supply chain, the merchandising, and the retail part? Why couldn't they, achieve synergies between these two businesses?
They're just very, very different businesses, right? Dollar Tree, everything or the vast majority of the merchandise is $1.25. Used to be $1. It's a more middle income customer. It's a location that's in a strip mall that's anchored by like a Walmart or a Target or a nice supermarket. It's 50% discretionary, 50% consumable. Family Dollar is a small supermarket. It's 75, almost 80% consumable. It's multiple price points, a lot of price points. It's a lower income customer. It's lower quality real estate. There just are not nearly as many synergies between these two businesses, you might say.
That's a really good point. Dollar Tree, you're going to see those more like in the Walmart shopping center, in the more established kind of area. It's not going to be like Family Dollar. You're going to see those in the middle of nowhere. You're driving in the middle of Kentucky, Georgia, somewhere, and it'll be this real small town. And there'll be a Family Dollar right there. You go in there, it's barely hanging on. It's hanging on by a thread. It looks just kind of janky. It's not the same thing as Dollar Tree, although the names are similar and Dollar Tree owns Family Dollar as of right now. It ain't the same. So what he's saying is correct. Now, the same thing I think could be said about Dollar General. They're the same kind of thing. It's like a small supermarket. But again, that goes back to how these companies are operated. Family Dollar was janky for a long time as far as their operations. And that, again, combined with the bad economy, is going to cause them, in my humble opinion, to close all the way down.
Suspect, and unfortunately, as Dollar Tree found out the hard way.
Yeah, even though their names might suggest otherwise. So is Dollar General a winner here, Anthony?
Yes.
Look, it certainly can't hurt them, right? Particularly if Family Dollar is sold and then the buyer closes a bunch of stores. That would certainly help them.
I don't see Dollar General purchasing Family Dollar or whoever Dollar General's parent company is. I don't really know that part, but I don't see them doing that. I think that they have a certain model. They got certain real estate. They know how to operate things. Like my man said, like the other Anthony said, if Family Dollar closes, which is probably going to be the result. And look, they're already closing 1,000 stores. And now Dollar Tree is saying, we can't really fix this. They're pretty much throwing their hands up. That to me signals that it's going to be coming to an end really soon. So they'll probably just shut all their stuff down. Maybe if they own any real estate, they'll be able to kind of parlay that. It'll get sold off and maybe somebody can make some money from the carcass of Family Dollar. But I don't see Dollar General purchasing them. They'll just benefit from lack of competition. But as I close, I want to say this. Shout out to the economy, Build Back Better. I can't tell. A lot of these companies are failing, not just companies that are kind of poorly operated and run like Family Dollar, but others that are doing pretty well. Not only the economy, but crime, violence, and whatnot going through the roof. You saw that Oakland, California with the In-N-Out burger that was doing very well in an area that was actually pretty bustling, but because of the crazy out of control crime, they got to close down. You combine the crime with the economy, inflation, everything. A lot of businesses are suffering, not just Family Dollar. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your take on what's happening here? Do you think Family Dollar will be able to survive? Will they be sold to a company and keep on rocking? If you think that, who's going to buy them? Dollar General, a Walmart, Target? Who's the actual purchaser? I think, like my man said, the other Anthony, it'll be private equity, pennies on the dollar, and they'll figure out a way to squeeze some money from this dying entity. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.